Alright, g'day everyone, this is RisingFunGaming and we're back with another episode. We're finally going to go out and get that ferocious Kecha Wacha. To this battle we're bringing Charge Blade in Adept style. I'm using the Cantor Charge Blade. And like most Cantor weapons, we're going to suffer in the sharpness aspect of things. However, it's nicely counterbalanced with excellent raw and excellent affinity, really nice. Okay, I think we're running about 250 attack on it with 45% affinity, something like that. But anyway, into the next area of the ancient steppe lies the ferocious Kecha Wacha. He's kind of a weird looking one. All their eye colours seem to change a little bit, and his is frankly kind of ugly. His orange and black aspect. Really, really interesting, isn't it? Anyway, I guess we'll cash in on the initial 5 seconds of what I like to call the free hit time, and the monster's formally trying to notice us. And yeah, good old Adept style Charge Blade, it's fastly becoming my favourite way to play it in this game. It's the only weapon that will grant you both a Adept Guard and Adept Evade whilst unsheathed. So there's quite a lot of variety there. But to add to all this splendiferous variety, we've got like 2 different follow-up moves or follow-up attacks following Bushido guards, and 2 follow-up moves for the Adept Evade as well, so lots of options. As you can see now, you've got this new animation where you put your shield out. It's exactly the same for the gun lance and for the lance in Adept style. But yeah, you've got an A button follow-up and an X button follow-up. If you follow up with the A button, as you've probably seen already, you charge in with that A button slash, the upper slash, this one. And it's a good way to get a nice amount of charge. If you follow up with the X button, you might have seen that it's a really, really quick way to transfer the energy onto your shield. And it makes it a red shield at that, regardless of how many files you've got charged. With the axe mode, if I do an A button after the evade, like I just did there, you do the horizontal slash with the energy release attack. But if you press the X button, you just do the overhead smash. And that's really, really good in a few instances. This overhead smash is quite powerful, but you're not using any of your energy. That might be what you want in some occasions. In those occasions, yeah, press the X button following the Adept Evade. Perhaps to break tails and stuff like that. If you've got an impact file, it might not be all that tempting to use the energy at the tail end, and if you're in an awkward position, not able to get at the head, maybe you'd press the X button, for example. And we're going to do a big burst here. He turned around beautifully for us, didn't he? Excellent. I'm quite surprised that I didn't get a KO there, kind of unlucky. Anyway, we'll make up for it by getting a ride here. Something that I've done and not really talked about just yet is you might notice I got a whole bunch of files on my screen at the moment. That's owing to the awesome hunter art that I have called Overlimit, at least in the Japanese. And for a limited amount of time, and a decent amount of time at level 3 of this hunter art, which I do have equipped, you'll have access to filling it up for a pretty damn powerful burst. I wonder if the burst of the impact files or energy files is somewhat similar to the power that we experienced in Monster Hunter 4U, should you use the 10 files. Not sure, I really don't know that sort of information, but I'm assuming it might be approaching it. In any case, we got an escaping Kecha Wacha, really reeling from this whole experience, poor guy. And I thought he would go next door to his vine canopy where he can swing around, where I love to fight him the most, but he's gone over here. I don't mind fighting him here either. But yeah, like all ferocious monsters, you'll find that they have this red and black aura, kind of a miasma type thing, surrounding 2 different zones of the body at any one time. Now, attacks originating from these zones of the body will be enhanced, and for example, Kecha Wacha's water spitball things that he does, they become bigger, for example. Pretty much everything originating from these zones are going to hurt more. And some other effects can happen depending on the monster and the body part affected. Only 2 body parts will be affected at any one time, but these parts can change during the course of battle, so you got to keep your eyes out for that sort of thing. One of the other really big things that the ferocious parts of the bodies do is they can change the timing as I whiff. Oh, that was unlucky. They change the timing of how they launch into some of their attacks, which can take you quite unawares. Oh, nice sidestep. Kecha Wacha, I don't think he really gets anything new. He's just a little bit scarier because he's got all that power. He can be a little bit faster launching into attacks and things like that, so you got to stay on your game. Now, one thing that I'm not very good at doing in the Adept style Charge Blade, at least on purpose, is doing the new guard points. There's a new guard point which I think is only for Adept, but do not quote me on that one, I'm not sure. Pretty sure it is though. And the guard point is available during the A button charging attack with sword mode. What I'm going to do, because I feel like it's still a fluke when I get it off, so I don't really do it on purpose anymore. I'll put in some footage showing it where I've just done it in a previous recording. Okay, so we're going pretty smoothly, I'd say here. Not a bad battle, Em. That's a good feeling, tripping him over like that. I feel like I should have gotten a KO ages ago. That's one thing about the Kecha Wacha. If you want to aim for his head to get your impact files in and stuff like that, I guess because he's like a primate, he's primate-esque, his arms really come out and hang really forward in his body, so whenever you have a really good time to get at the head when he's on the ground and stuff like that, usually his arms are lying right in the way of your circular axe attacks to release the file energy. So you gotta be pretty damn accurate with your charge blade if you want to get a KO. Again, KOs aren't really that important in this game, to tell you the truth. They don't really last that long. Going from 4U to this game, the exhausted period is more the thing you should be aiming for, because yeah, they act exhausted for like a decent amount of time now. It's back to what it should be, really. But KOs are a nice little bonus, and they're definitely one of the most exciting things to do to a monster for sure. Very satisfying to pull off when you can. And he's going to roar again. I'm in a habit of sidestepping when I know that a monster's going to roar, always in the hope that I'll be able to get a Adept guard or evade off, but you never have enough time to do it, at least when I activate the sidestep, so I should just hold my ground and chuck out the shield. But it's become a force of habit, one that I'll have to try to get rid of over time here. Oh, I just did it! Haha, I did it! It's always by accident, isn't it? I did that guard point, you probably would have noticed. The aforementioned one there. Yeah, it was kind of blocked by his body seeing it, but yeah, we got it. It gives you a nice satisfying sound as a feedback as well, so I like that. I'm glad that I brought Challenger 2 with me as well, because this guy's almost permanently angry. And we'll see if we can get off this energy. Boom. This could be our KO. Finally. No, what? Don't tell me. No, ferocious monsters, they're not immune to KO. But they are immune to fatigue mode now that I'm thinking about it and we're talking about it. So that's one thing that I don't think I mentioned in the Malfestio video. You got to be thinking about the lack of monsters being exhausted. Yeah, that's another thing about ferocious, yeah. Okay, so we're going to have a little experiment here. There's a few funny things you can do to a sleeping Kecha if you want to get him into a trap. What we're going to do traditionally, what I do is if he's sleeping, actually I'll just do it. I'll set it up. I'll let you know. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay a pitfall trap here. And because he sleeps hanging upside down like a fruit bat, usually I would sonic bomb him. And he'll wake up and fall straight into here, but I want to test some of the gestures. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a hitbox on that one, has there? We could try the new one. There's no hitbox there. I hope I'm lined up properly. I know Shadow Box will definitely get him in. This will be funny. Oh, I'm not in a good position. Alright. Let's get around here. Shadow Box him in before he wakes up. Boom. Alright. That's my little fun for the fight. That's going to be another captured Kecha Wacha to go to my personal, I don't know, my farm of Kecha Wachas where we breed happiness and joy. I don't know, something like that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. My name's RisingFunGaming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. It's been a joy to bring it to you guys. And we'll see you in the next episode where we take on a new monster.